good. If he liked it, that's a positive because he's the coach, so it doesn't really matter what I think about it. I think you just play and see what's in front of you, and you play off depending what the triggers are and what the defense is presenting. If Serge is the guy that has set the pick and roll and rolls, I'm the guy that's going to fill in behind and try to
give it to Fred.
trying to give space to Fred and so he can shoot every time.
He noted that you guys went on a little spurt there, that you guys stretched the lead at that point.
Okay, good.
What did you see that was successful at either end, Marc, when you were on the floor there?
Obviously, defensively, we had a lot of size. We had Pascal at the time. We had Danny at the 2. With that size, obviously hard to score in the paint. I mean, so that was a positive. It's a matter of communication, having that mindset of, just see what's in front of you, see what the other team is trying to do, communicate with the rest of the guys. And just figure out the spacing. They did a lot of switching and three-way switch once we try to roll in the paint and double teaming. Just figuring out where the outlet's going to be at and realizing what the other team is trying to do as well. It takes time.
How hard will it be once you get Kawhi back to put him in there with you and Serge, another kind of level of adjustment to get to?
We'll get there when we get there, and we'll deal with the issues, the positives and the negatives, if there are any. Because I'm always, have the positive mindset that, anything can work. If everybody has the right mindset, we all basketball players, and the way the game is played and the way the players are evolving nowadays, a lot of people can do a lot of things on the floor. So it's a matter of being unselfish on both ends, finding the open guy, and be ready to shoot it when you open.
Marc, I think I know what your intent was when you took that stroll down to the other end of the court late in the game, but what was your message?
What did I do?
When you took that stroll down to the other end of the court after the Malcolm?
Oh, well, it's just, it's just understanding, the situation, and I know, Allen wasn't trying to hurt Malcolm. He's trying to, make a name for himself as well. But, Malcolm at the same time has in 2 weeks could be, very much needed. And you would hate to see a guy go down at this point in the season in a hustle, play that I understand because I'm a player too, and you have pride and you want to stop guys and you don't want to give them anything easy. So it was a basketball play. It wasn't not a dirty play when like somebody sticking the leg out on a closeout and trying to trip somebody.
One more thing. Kawhi and Danny are obviously new to the team as well this year. Did they do anything to help you kind of acclimate after the trade?
No, I hate them. No. I'm just kidding. Play basketball. They play basketball. They communicate. They play winning basketball. They tell you when you're doing the right thing. They tell you when you're doing the wrong thing, and that's it. That's what this is about. That's a good thing about this team. Everybody's pretty honest. Nobody holds anything in. They tell you when you're messing up, and it's up to you to react the right way and do it better. And that's always good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, for sure. Kind of understanding. We still got new guys and just trying to work together. And then just on defense, stay connected on defense and just learning each other's tendencies and stuff like that. So.
I mean, are you seeing the strides in defensively though? I mean, tonight.
I think we have good stretches where we really get into it and we can see how good we can be when we get into the ball and we have deflections and a lot of stops and obviously we're great in transition. So when we get stops, it's easy baskets for us and I think we kind of see that. We have a couple of stretches where we got good stops. We got to probably keep it for a longer period of time. Oh, that was it? Damn.
First bus, there we go.
Okay, let's go. First bus, let's get it.
Just them being big and spacing the floor out and using our size as an advantage. I wasn't on the floor at the time, I don't think, but watching those guys operate together, it's a line that you need to have just in case you have to go to it. I don't know how much we're going to use it, but the way they can play off each other, it's good for them. Good for us, sorry.
You got, what, 6 games left? I mean, the polish, Nick's talking about polishing up the game, using this time. What do you want to see polished up? Like, is it mostly on the defensive end?
No, I think turnovers. We started tonight. It was a great night to start. I think that's a big thing for us, and being on the same page and defensively. Offensively, we'll figure it out as it goes. You know, I think playoffs and championships are won by defense.
People will say that. I mean, you guys, I think, are undefeated, maybe one loss in the last like 4 years when you hold a team under 40%.
I mean, that helps.
Yeah. How much of it tonight was you, or people are going to say, well, you're playing a team that lost 61 games, but you guys still had something to do with it defensively?
Well, we just went out there and played our game. We're not really looking at them as what their record is. We're going out there and do our job and, you know, staying focused on the task at hand. And I think that we did a great job of just coming out and being assertive and being aggressive.
Ball movement was great tonight, Kyle. 32 assists.
32.
Yeah. I think you guys are undefeated when you have more than 30 assists. How much is...
Shot making helps.
Yeah.
Shot making helps and getting open looks. And Danny started off hot. We got some layups. Pascal was 11 for 19, and Freddie. You know, we just, when you make shots, it helps with an assist, and I always say that.
How much fun is it to be out on the floor with Fred and Marc with that basketball IQ? All three of you guys.
Listen, I've been on the floor with all my teammates, man, and you know, Fred, Marc, and Pascal, Danny, Pat, and we have some good high IQ guys. So it's been fun. We just got to continue to grow as a team.
Last time you played these guys, you said that he's a young fella. He made a mistake. He'll learn from it. You get to see him again tonight. Do you have to reinforce that message? Do you have to send?
About that, we got the win.
Yeah, well, I get that.
You know what I mean? That's all that really matters. My team won, and you know, we go about our business. I'm bigger than that.
Well, I mean, you want to come into these things and play solidly defensively first of all, and share the basketball. And I thought we shared it like crazy, right? I think we ended up 32 assists again, which is huge, and we created a lot of open 3-point shot attempts, which is how we want to play. So, a lot of guys played pretty above average. It was good.
I know that you look at the opposition, but still you hold a team under 40, under 100. It's got to say something about your defense. What'd you like about it?
Well, they were at least trying, right? Yeah. I thought trying together, right? And that's always the big thing. It's never really, we always like to say it's a team thing. How you guarding a screen and roll. Well, we like the 2 guys that are involved in it to take care of it, but it's more than that. It's the 5 guys taking care of it, whatever it is. And I thought we showed really good length tonight, not just with the guys we had on the floor, but they were down and in their gaps and trying to protect the paint a little bit. We did give up quite a few floaters, and stuff, but that's kind of, again, the shots that in our defensive shot spectrum that we do look to give up. So when they make 4 or 5 in a row, it doesn't feel great sometimes, but that's kind of the game plan.
You were able to play Marc and Serge together tonight. What'd you see? What'd you like? Yeah,
it was good, right? We did it at the time of the game when it was about a 10 or 11 point game, and I think they took it out to 18 or 19 with that unit, so that was good. I think that was one of the first real positive surges we had with that group, with those 2 guys together. So looked good, and I thought, and I left Pascal out there too, so we were really big, all over the place. So that was encouraging to see.
Coach, Jeremy had a decent bounce back today from going 1 for 9 last game. And this is his 4th straight game without turnover. So what do you see from his play, and what do you expect from him going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it was really good to see him, bounce back from the game. Somebody asked me the other night, what are you going to do with Jeremy Lin after the 1 for 9 game? And I said, I'm going to keep playing him. I'm going to keep telling him to be aggressive and continue to make the plays that we think he can make. And I think he did that tonight. I'm really happy he was able to bang in a 3-pointer there. Even I know it wasn't a critical part of the game or anything, but we're just trying to build some confidence, and I thought he got the ball where he wanted to take it a lot, and I thought he gave a good effort on defense. One of the things I've asked him to do is get a little dirtier, meaning get on the floor for some loose balls and run down some things, and I thought he did that well tonight too. So it's a maybe a little bit different role that we need him to play for our team, but defending and chasing loose balls and and getting the odd bucket here and there is kind of the role we need him to play, and he did it very well tonight.
Do you have to be a little patient with him playing off the ball? I mean, he's played most of his career with the ball in his hand.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to. I've only put him off the ball, Mike, because I just thought the burden of trying to learn our system and run everything here since he's so new was maybe one of the reasons he wasn't feeling that comfortable out there. So, maybe we can move him back to on. He played it again tonight, but I've been consciously trying to have either Fred or Kyle out there with him just to kind of remove some thinking. Just relax and play a little bit.
You talked about your defense. One of the things the Knicks have done well most of the season is not turned it over. But tonight they turned it over a lot. Can you talk about your defense on that?
Yeah, I mean we feel like we've got a team that can turn people over. I'm not so sure our team has done it as well as maybe I envisioned at the start of the year. I really thought we have some long athletic guys and we can play lineups that can switch and be long and be disruptive. It was part of the thing tonight to go after the ball a little bit. We call it hands in. We want to get a lot of hands in when they were trying to punch through gaps, and I thought we did that from the primary defenders and even the secondary defenders, and most importantly, I think one of the things too, we've deflected a lot of balls. Somebody keeps stats on deflections in this league, right? And we're way up there on that, but we haven't recovered as many as probably we should have. And I'm kind of hoping that tide turns a little bit, that we get rewarded a little bit more for some of our deflections here as we go.